The future is here. You now have the power to unlock the secrets of the hobby. An innovation that will change the way the industry works. The game changer is here. Card Ladder.
What's up, guys? I was like, why can't I hear anything? Oh, wait, that's because I'm the one who's live.
Dude, I can't be on the bottom? What is this shit?
Yeah, dude, this is dumb. Why does it work if I'm the host and it doesn't work if you are? It doesn't make a lot
I'll
of
tell you why. Because you're on your iPhone XB or whatever the hell.
Yeah, but now I have a request to join you, but I didn't have it before when I was on Josh's stream.
Okay.
Man.
It was Josh. Yeah.
Okay.
Are my followers going to be able to, like, catch the live thing or something? Like, is it going to alert my followers?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think they can see that it's you, but they might not be alerted, though.
Was that like a snobby way of me saying I have more followers than you?
I don't think it, I think it's just an objective fact, so.
I think we got everyone on. So sorry, guys. We are really. Oh, we always feel like we're a couple minutes late, so we're here now. Get us started, Chris.
We're here now. Welcome, everybody. January 8th, 2021, the crossover. 3 announcements for all of you great people out there. First of all, merch and dice. And, I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. Lots of really conventional designs and risque, avant-garde, even perhaps, designs that we've rolled out. There is the quote itself. I can't wait to get that shirt myself, so then I will never forget the quote again. Let me just give it a go right now. I'm a little bit tired. I'm just in a loopy mode right now. Okay, so we don't like sports cards because they're good investments. Sports cards are good investments because we like them.
Yes.
That's
all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, and we've replaced people with we. Somebody said card ladder top loaders.
Oh, that's funny. I'm
Great.
the only one that's bought a hat so far. I'm the only one that's bought a hat. I looked at the orders and
I need to get a hat.
Rip the Knicks says, Josh, will you sign my Trey shirt at National?
There we go. There we go. We didn't get a single question about Trae Young this week. What's up with that?
Now that's creative. That's funny.
Dude,
the hats are bomb, man. These are like the dad hats, with like the strap on the back. They're the nice ones.
Ooh. Love those. Love the dad hats for sure.
Weekend Update says merch rainbow chasing time.
Merch rainbow, let's go. Stacky Slab says flat bill me. Yeah, I hear you, bro.
I think we can also add flat bill. Maybe I can do that separate.
And then Josh was showing you guys the baby goat shirts. We got one for Zion, one for Luka, and one for Trae. Even we even have Trae
visors. That's funny.
Oh, like a Matt. I could do like the Matt Nagy where I just rock a visor with a shiny bald head.
Yep.
Okay. Great merch. Thank you guys, by the way, for the people who have bought the merch. We even had one great longtime hobbyist say, yeah, guys, I don't even want to subscribe to your website, but anyway, I would love to have the merch though, so I bought a bunch of that. So we appreciate that too, guys, quite a bit. All right, then we also have a newly designed and upgraded public-facing website. So I'm sure many of you know that there's a free version of the website that, among other things, provides a content feed of curated content that updates every day. It has a bunch of amazing articles by some of the hobby's best. And then it also has 3-month sales histories for close to 7,000 sports cards, along with lots of other great information about those cards. And then it also has a dashboard now as well. So the public-facing site has received an upgrade. And I just want to send a shout out to the designers, Josh, Cole, and team, who made that site look amazing. It does look amazing. So that's another topic there. Brand new public-facing site. And finally, new sports cards culture episode dropped an hour ago. Wild card weekend. We get into 3 of this weekend's games. We pick our winners. And we also talk about Josh Allen cards, Derrick Henry cards, and Russell Wilson cards. So that is worth a view as well if you have the time. Thank you guys for the support. All right. Now that that's out of the way, we can start having some fun. So first topic up comes from Ben, the card fan. He has a 4-word topic for us. The GOAT, Anthony Bennett. So do you know what he's referring to here?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
The Black Prism rookie. So it's the equivalent of like the Giannis rookie that sold for $1 million or whatever. The Black Prism, or the Black what are they calling it? What, the Black Mosaic?
Yes, sir.
And it sold for $45,000.
Something like that, yeah. That's what the auction closed at, to be perhaps more precise.
Man, is there any way that's real?
Well, maybe it's oh god, I don't want to say anything crazy. Maybe it's Zion protectors just protecting their investment by showing that even a player who completely flames out will still have a market 8 years later. I don't know.
Right.
Or yeah, I think that's the likelier outcome. Somebody might be putting together that set. We do have precedent for completely random PMG greens selling for astronomical amounts and stuff like that. So that could be a potential as well.
Yeah, but like the Scottie Pippen BGS 8 recently sold for $40K. That's a much better player, obviously. I'm not sure. It's probably just fake.
Probably. Although the bid history did not look that crazy. The bid history didn't look that crazy at all. So I don't know. I refuse to believe it, but I don't know. If that card shows up on Instagram in a few days and someone's showing it off, it'll be pretty cool to try and get the story behind it.
Just like, how drunk were you?
Well, dude, there's so much money flying around in this hobby. I think Lameem James said the other day, or somebody said, like, $50K is the new $50 in the hobby. So
that's why, like, at this point, I kind of laugh at all the, like, you know, this is underrated, that's underrated. I'm like, there's nothing underrated anymore, guys. Like, we've made it. This is it. Everything is expensive. You know, we've got the notoriety, we've got the articles, we've got the Fox News appearances. Like, we're here.
Dude, we are definitely here. We are definitely here. Tread carefully, all. Buy what you like. Oh, shoot. Yeah, right. I have something under my blue cloth as well.
I was going to say, what's going on here? It looks card-sized.
It is card-sized. It is the Christian McCaffrey 2017 Phoenix Blue 1/1 rookie card. So somehow these Christian McCaffrey cards keep showing up in my mailbox. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I wanted to show that guy off, and I'll let it sit on the screen for a minute. Okay, next question. Several questions on the same topic, so I'll move through 2 of them quickly, and then we can talk about them. This one from Putnam Cards. He says, will the upcoming Golden auction be another turning point for the hobby? And CDCD_cards says, the Golden auction starting Monday. Big cards and diverse. Modern, vintage, and Pokemon. So, What do you think, man? Have you had a chance to look at the auction preview for Golden?
I did. I saw the the big Jordan cards, the titanium fusion, the PSA 10 Fleer, the I think it's a PSA 6.5 red PMG Jordan. I saw the Pokemon stuff. I think there's the Luca 101, the Luca Gold Prism rookie, which you all have some interest in, the PSA 10. There's some Zion stuff, as always. I think the Zion logo, man. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. Oh, there's that LeBron logo man off rookie year is a really cool looking card. I'm not a big logo man guy, but the pre-Panini logo mans have always kind of intrigued me, because logo mans have definitely been popularized by Panini, but there are some pre-Panini ones that are kind of interesting. Yeah, there's some big cards in there, dude. Dang. There I saw Mahomes RPA with a nice patch. I think it's a complete first edition base set Pokemon. Giannis RPA. Another Steph. I mean, dude, whoever has that Steph 9.5 RPA is looking to capitalize on that 600K sale for sure to test those waters, see if that's real, because that's a big price. I don't know if that's going to be like a turning point, because I think, like I said, we're kind of already there. It's definitely keeping the momentum going and accelerating it even. I think this is just, it's incredible, man. Like what's happening. These auction houses just keep bringing in monster items and breaking record sales. So I think it's exciting.
Yeah, well said. Turning point, though, I don't know. How many more turning points can we handle?
Right.
Does everything need to turn a point? No. Let us see a little bit of stability, perhaps. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Hey, even a slight retraction feels healthy right now.
Seriously.
It's a wildly speculative world, let alone card market.
I think even these auction houses would tell you, like, we wouldn't be concerned with a slight downtick on one of these, because, like, this is a long game for these guys, right? They're not just trying to, like, turn and burn on this stuff and run away. They're trying to make this sustainable for the long term. And yeah, like the always up thing it's not good. It's not sustainable. But I don't know. I don't feel like this is the one that's going to go down. So
no, and I think Golden, has a reputation in the hobby now more than ever as being the platform to maximize sale price on super duper uber high end items. So, cards are good. I mean, yeah, stuff like that is going to get sent to Golden, and it's probably going to go for absurd amounts. But yeah, it's so exciting in the moment, but man, I would rather have a slow incremental growth with a few pullbacks here and there than something that goes parabolic and then all of a sudden loses momentum, which to me is the risk. That's a cool card.
dude, it's got like, because the current logo mans are like the screen printed ones, and this is like stitched. Look at that. It's so cool.
Oh, dude, that's a sweet card. I can't quite make out the year and stuff. What's the details on that card?
Second year. I think there was a few of these. Like I think there's different logo mans. I'm not big on this set. I know there's like a bunch of 101s from SP Game Used. I'm not sure how many 101 logo mans there are though. But this is definitely a cool card. And PSA 7, dude, something about like PSA 6s and 7s and 8s on these super duper high end cards is just so awesome. Like I don't want to see PSA 10s on this stuff. It's just like, it's just not realistic on these older cards. It's cool to see just like, you're basically just encapsulating history. You put a grade on it, who cares?
Yeah. No, I agree, dude. There is a prestige that comes with cards having lower grades, as silly as that sounds, but that's what vintage has established for us is there's plenty of lower grade. Like there's a Mantle PSA 8 in this auction that should do quite a number.
Yeah. This like come on, how is this a PSA 10? There's no,
It's not likely.
there's white corners on these too. I can see them.
Yeah, plus the odds of a card like that coming out at 10 are just
Oh, hey, look, we got a double gem mint gold NBA top-notch shelf listing on this one.
oh man.
NBA, I was right. NBA gold diamond.
Yep, you sure were. So that's a PSA 6.5 gold diamond.
Now, I have a question about these weird aftermarket grading things. Has there ever been a bad grade on those? Because every time I see it, it's like, double gold, premium, excellent. Is there ever like, no, you know what? This is like not a good card and the grade is bad.
Yeah, good question. I suppose, they don't put a bad sticker on there, right? Like that or you can just peel it off. So I guess you'll only ever see the sticker on cards that earned the sticker, I guess. I don't know.
Was this wow, look at this one.
Dude, that's a monster.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a freaking monster right there.
Do you know what the pop is on this one? Does it say?
It's probably very low pop.
Pop 1 of 1.
There you go. And in anticipation of this, we added the 2009 Chrome Curry Gold BGS 9.5 and 9 and stuff like that to Card Ladder. The BGS 9.5 is a pop 12, and there's 24 total graded by BGS. So the top's Chrome, Curry Gold. So, and of course, that card is numbered to 50. So really
cool
card.
This is a 1 of 1 Aaron Rodgers Bowman Chrome rookie card. Dude, this is crazy. Like, Ken is just plucking all these monsters. It's incredible.
Yeah, dude, the offering is both admirably devoid of like noise and just loaded with really elite cards. Like the Curry RPA is out of 5.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm just like clicking around and jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, like their auctions are doing so well that it's bringing all these crazy cards out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Yep, which is really fun. It is. That's maybe one perk of these parabolic prices over the last month is, man, we are getting to see some cool cards hit auction.
Look at this thing. There's no green on it. Look at this.
Yeah, that's gonna do a crazy number.
Man, Putnam. I don't know, man. I don't know about turning a corner, but like, God, this is some crazy momentum.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it was so rare to see a Giannis NT RPA hit the market, like, and now we'll be getting to see 2 of them in back-to-back auctions. Like, that's just kind of a testament to what's coming out. Yeah, there's the Mantle PSA 8. It's a monster card, obviously. AD 101.
Wow. All right.
Yep. So good. Big time auction there. And we had one more question on this topic, a bit more of a pessimistic one, but a realistic one. This comes from Shaps Cards. He says, a discussion point that comes to mind is potential market manipulation by some of the card funds and its effect on the hobby. These funds that buy cards seem almost more concerned about acquiring assets at astronomical prices because, if anything, it establishes a new threshold of comps that has the potential to artificially inflate the subject asset. So basically what he's saying is, should we be a little bit cautious when we see these cards setting crazy all-time highs on auction houses when we know that it's investor funds that are buying them? And as the great Jesse of PWCC pointed out when we were on the Surface Trade Show with him, funds are incentivized to want to see all-time highs on the cards that they own and that they offer, and or that are similar cards, because the comps can sometimes be liberally applied. So what do you think about the concern of market manipulation when it comes to some of these astronomical prices?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the reality of this, and I'm not even sure that I would categorize it as manipulation, because they're like paying those like very willingly. They're like, this is the prices they want to start establishing. These are the prices they want to pay. They're not paying it with their own pockets. They're paying for these cards with groups of people, funds, groupings of money, and then they're distributing them out through shares or whatever they're doing with it. So I think this is kind of the new reality, man. Like, this is where we're at with this. These cards just they just aren't meant for individual normal people, collectors anymore. They're just too expensive. They're out of reach. That's just kind of the new reality. Yeah, I mean, there's probably some nefarious actors in some of these spots trying to raise these prices. But if funds have the money and they're willing to pay for it and they're willing to legally bid and pay these prices, who are we? We can't really stop them. It's just kind of the reality of it.
Yeah, it is. Frankie asked a great question. He says, but what if the crazy all-time highs cannot be duplicated? Then what happens? What if there's a dip? Well, I would call your attention to this great card, which will be auctioned off. So it's almost like a natural experiment. We have the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle based PSA 8. Looking at it on Card Ladder, obviously. If you go to the sales history, you'll see that the card actually set an all-time low, at least over the last 6 years. That's how far back we've been able to find online auction data for. It set an all-time low at Mile High. I say all-time low, but still it was a sale of nearly $400,000. But I just bring that up to emphasize the point that, well, Frankie, we will get an answer to that question, because this card, in an elusive Pop 35 and perhaps the most iconic baseball card ever, or one of the most, we're going to get to see it sell here in this golden auction. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to bet that card is going to go for more than $384,000. So, but we'll see. You will get an answer to the question, good sir. All right. This question comes from Zucchini. Zucchini says, prices flattening out and some cards falling slightly in the basketball card market. And I can just give a few examples off the top of my head that I've seen. Luka Prism base PSA 10 has come down from 1,900 to about 1,750. Zion Prism has come down. Morant Prism has come down. Trey Prism has flatlined. Zion, honestly, has been maybe the biggest dip that I've seen of anybody. So, all right, with those kind of couple of examples in hand, what do you think about prices flattening out and some cards even falling slightly in the basketball market now that we got a week of January under our belts?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened when we went into the bubble. Everyone just got overly excited at the hype, and then reality set in that not everyone's Michael Jordan, and prices went down. So I think we'll continue to see that with some of the younger guys, and maybe that money will move into some of the more established players and playoff bound MVP type guys like we do every year. It's more of a cyclical thing. But on the whole, maybe more on the topic of the high end cards and just the market in general, I kind of hope so. Like we talked about earlier, I just I would hope that there's some correction a little bit. It just seems like it's getting a little bit out of hand on some things, but we've been saying that for 4 years. Again, take that with a grain of salt. We always say that, and things continue to get crazier and crazier. So we just, we can't, we don't know. We just sort of getting our tickets and sitting in the front row and watching.
I love that. That is what it feels like right now. And, we cannot predict the future for sure. We do acknowledge the statement, though. It is the reality right now is that some of the most key basketball prospects are flattening or even going down a bit right now. Okay. From the Great Riverfront Collectibles, project a ceiling for the 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan PSA 10. I feel, this is David speaking, like it's still a buy at $225K, as crazy as that sounds. So, yeah, that card recently set an all-time high at, of course, Golden Auctions. And project a ceiling, boy, 100K would be the ceiling I would project for that card. But unfortunately, it's selling for more than twice that. So I have no clue what the ceiling on this Pop 317 card could be. But to state the obvious, it's probably receiving a lot of attention as an obvious focal point of funds, fractional ownership groups, and stuff like that. What do you think, Josh? What's the ceiling on the 86 Fleer Jordan PSA 10?
Yeah, I think that's God, I would have said this around, like 100K, but here we are at 200. The supply of this card still feels like it's too high to be able to just like, easily crack a million and, like surge and stuff. There's just too many of them. But I don't know. It's definitely like the most iconic basketball card by a wide margin, and the PSA 10s are still in a lot of collectors' hands, so they're still like pretty hard to get. Gosh, this is hard. It's just like these are unanswerable questions, right? We're just sort of having fun with it, I guess, and trying to guess and speculate and make stuff up as we go. But I don't know. It feels like a 500K card in the
Pretty much. Yeah, David said he
10
thinks 500K. That card has always been a pretty good bellwether for the hobby. So I don't know if that card goes to 500K. I think the whole hobby is soon to follow. That for a point of reference, over the last year, that card sold for just shy of 40 grand a year ago. So
Yeah.
that card is up 462%. That's $183,000 in real dollar value over last year. So, man, that card's already gone up quite a bit. But people are buying it at this price. So it is what it is. Look at that. The 2016 surge now is barely even a freaking blip.
That's an hour here. Yeah.
Dude, that surge a year ago was the peak of the market for that card. So, and now it barely even registers on the graph. That is mind blowing. When is the Star 101 going to get some love? The Star 101 has been setting records over the last month in numerous grades. So, wrote about it a few times on Ladder Headlines. The BGS 9 has not yet set a high, but I'm pretty sure BGS 8 set a high not long ago. BGS 8.5 did too. So Star 101 is getting some love here. But yeah, see,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm still in the 86 Fleer camp. I go back and forth maybe sometimes, but like there's just like PSA isn't grading these, for example. That hurts it a lot. It's just like it's kind of like a quirky set where you buy the team bag. It's not even packs. They didn't come out of boxes. It's just kind of a quirky team set. They're not like officially not Fleer, like some major printing company. I don't know. It's just kind of a goofy. I think they're cool looking, and it's a cool photo of Jordan, and is much younger than the 86 Fleer, but it's still kind of goofy.
Yeah, and hey, at the prices relative to the 86 Flair, like
That's fun with it.
that's a sweet card to go buy, get an awesome Jordan rookie, and then turn your nose up in the air and say, I have the real rookie, because this is actually from his rookie year, even though it's not, as Josh said, even though it's not pack issued. So yeah,
If I had one of these, I would definitely be one of those snobs. It's like, this is the real rookie, because why not? Like, you have some fun with it, right? Like, you should enjoy it.
totally. So hey, that might be the value buy of the day right there. I don't know. What the hell do I know?
The 8.5 is cool. You get the silver label, like,
Yeah. Yes, you
8.5 would be pop only 237. That's pretty interesting little card to have. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Okay, now let's move on to the 2000. This question comes from Putnam as well. Always has good questions for us. He says the 2003 Topps Chrome base LeBron PSA 10 is about to hit 20K. Thoughts? And he's right. It is right on the verge of 20K. It's absolutely roaring right now. It's been a top 10 card on Card Ladder's charts for a long time now, going on several weeks, I believe. And I was thinking 20K could have been a possibility during the lead up to the finals, but no, it didn't quite get there. It's coming up on there right now. So I don't know. Putnam wants to know thoughts. Do you have any thoughts on this?
The people that bought in October when his prices went all the way down to 9,000 are looking real smart about now.
Yeah. Bitcoin smart.
I mean, yeah, look, it's like, probably his most iconic rookie card that's, attainable and almost anyone can get their hands on one at the current price. It's not that hard to obtain. And it's, it's an iconic card. Topps Chrome, flagship brand, LeBron. great action shot. I mean, there's nothing, I can't really say anything about it, you know, like it's the same with the 86 Fleer. Like, what am I supposed to say? It's so iconic, and this is what the market dictates. It sells all the time. So like, this is what people are willing to pay. This is the market. This is just the current reality. Like, if you want to complain it's too high, then, you know, don't buy it and get something else. And if you do, this is what it costs. So supply and demand, there's only 2,000 of them. It's LeBron. You know, people are getting antsy to get their hands on the card because, you know, he's coming up on retirement in the next few years, and maybe people feel like they're missing the boat, and this is what people are willing to shell out.
Yep, just absolutely giant card. Definitely on the Mount Rushmore of basketball rookie cards, along with the 86 Fleer. And one other card that has followed suit, which is the 96 Chrome base Kobe PSA 10, which unfortunately suffers from some discoloration issues on some copies, which makes the market a little weird. But that card has come up on 20K here as well. So, man, the flagship rookie cards from 86, 96, and 03, three of the greatest, rookie classes embodied in those sets, are doing extremely well. Nice to see. And on that topic, one more here from Big Easy Cards. He says, why are dimes, meaning PSA 10s, why are they gaining more traction? So any thoughts on why PSA 10s are doing very well? Because they undoubtedly are.
We talk about this one a lot, so I'll keep it short. People want 10s, and the more uneducated people we have in the hobby, the more, you know, those types of people just want 10s. They don't want to mess around with 9s and 9.5s and have to learn about subgrades, and they don't want to have to learn about, why a subgrade with a 9 centering is worse. Like, they just want to buy the 10. It's just the reality of it. These guys that are just coming in, they just want the 10s. They say, what's the best one? People say PSA 10, most trustworthy grading company, highest grade, clean, simple, done. As I've said, it's not always about, how you explain a card. It's about what things are as detractors to a card. And if I can very simply explain to someone who's a novice in the card game about a card, and I don't have anything to say negative about it, it's just like, this is like LeBron rookie card in the highest grade. It's simple. It's just easy to understand.
There you go, guys. That's it right there. All right. We had 3 questions on the topic of premium Panini products. I'll go through them and then see what we might want to talk about. Nice Looking Cardboard says, thoughts on premium Panini products? It feels like they're looked down upon by many legends. Top Load Tank 209 says, thoughts on high-end products? Flawless, National Treasures, Eminence. And Long Island Sports Card says, with the rising values of cards and Panini retailing wax at such high prices, such as $2,000 for immaculate boxes, $27.5K for an Eminence box, will the NBA and the Players Union want substantially more in the next licensing negotiation? So there's a smattering of topics, but basically the people would like to hear some thoughts on Panini super premium products. Especially, I think what's provoking this is Eminence FOTL and boxes coming out or soon to come out, and they're like $30,000 a pop. So, you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that I'm not like the biggest fan of Panini, but I fully endorse, anyone who wants to buy Panini products. It's your only option, and if you want to buy modern sports cards of your favorite players, Panini is your only option, and I like a lot of what Panini does. I love their RPAs at a 99. I love their, Prism Golds. I love Select. And so, I don't think it does me any good as a hobby, influencer or whatever you want to call it, to sit here and like bash on Panini and nitpick and say, I'm just going to take the optimistic, positive approach on Panini and say I like a lot of what they're doing. I'm glad people are having fun with it and, enjoying to open in the wax and getting in on breaks. I think it's all fun and it all is important to fuel the hobby. So if you like it and you like the look of it and you're willing to pay the price, go for it, man. I support anything Panini at this point.
There you go. And final follow-up here. what about the fact that Nice and Cardboard kind of points out, he says he feels like premium Panini products are looked down upon by many people. Is that true, do you think? Or maybe,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, something like the Hobby Elite, you know, they have more stake and they have more of the shares as it is of exquisite and older Topps Chrome and vintage stuff. And so it's sort of like in their best interest to, you know, put a stink on Panini to get people's attention back to what they have, to increase the value of what they have. It's kind of a natural reaction from people that own some of the older stuff. But the reality is that, like, that some of the new people and some of the younger folks who don't have the money to go after these elitist type cards that are now reserved for funds, apparently, like, Panini is kind of their only option in a lot of regards. I mean, there's, like, we've talked about, like, mid 2000s cards as being a fun option for those guys, but you know, if that's the only thing people can afford, I don't really think it's any of our business to poo-poo at the people who want to buy the Panini stuff. I think we should encourage it and help guide them to find stuff maybe that's different or undervalued or cheaper or mid 2000 stuff like we've pointed out. I'm really kind of tired of this, like, elitist mindset that we have going on that I think you're referring to. So I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I think you nailed it, dude. It is true in at least some circumstances. And it's also really easy to get pissed off at boxes selling for $30K, justifiably, I might add. I will not be rushing in line to buy any Eminence boxes, but I have no doubt that they will sell, and therefore the market will have spoken. So I think you nailed it on that one, dude. All right, next subjects, two topics, two related questions. First one from the legend himself, the Lucky Show 05. He says, what is your outlook on 2021 products? And Six Dre Cards says, what's the outlook on the upcoming 2021 Prism? I would think he's referring to basketball by the stylization of the 2021. And he says, do we see the same hype as this year? So two different questions. I'll just plop one thought in there and then I'll pass it off. I can't wait for 2021 Prism basketball. I've been opening the football and I just love it. I think it looks so good this year. And I know that, like, that's a true opinion of mine because most people disagree with me. And it always seems like when I like a Prism design, other people don't like it and vice versa. So I know that, like, I'm being true to myself here. I just love the way Prism looks. I've been trying to buy Patrick Mahomes Prism Gold. I've got the high bid right now on the McCaffrey Prism Gold. But you know, I'm not anymore, but I'm just waiting for 2021 Prism basketball to come out. I'd love to get a sweet LeBron, sweet Kobe, Luka. I'd love to add a sweet card of all those guys because I just think this year's Prism looks awesome. So, but okay, with that, so I'm very excited for 2021 Prism this year. Josh, do you have any thoughts on this outlook on upcoming products and the question, will we see the same hype this year as we saw over the last few years?
I think the hype will be pretty equal. You would expect it to go down because of the rookie class isn't nearly as strong as last year, but that's really outweighed by the influx of new people, all this new excitement we're talking about. It might even be just still like a net positive, just because of how many new people are, how much extra hype there is compared to last year. So I expect it to still go up. Honestly, like, I wouldn't expect much of a dip. But yeah, I mean, the rookie class is a little bit of a downer to me. And, you know, I don't really get into the Prism stuff, so I'll just kind of leave that to you guys. And I hope everyone has fun with it. And I know it's a big part of the hobby.
Yeah, dude, I will be ripping Prism basketball, and I'm just gonna go on the record and say right now, the product is gonna be a total downer. Nobody should buy it. Just leave the boxes on the shelves. Don't buy them at hobby shops. Definitely don't buy into breaks. I think you guys can just leave it alone for a while. Just let guys like me come in and pick up the scraps and the garbage. So that's my official party line on that topic. All right, here's a question from Benor14, Sports Cards. He says, speaking of Prism, he's trying to consolidate some Prism into a GOAT. And then he says, what's a solid MJ card for around 1K? Well, my friend, I've definitely used Card Ladder to try and find a Michael Jordan card in the 1K range. but it just feels like that the number of cards of Michael Jordan cards that are in that range is diminishing by the day. So
there you go. Top 11, just go find one of those.
Yeah, no problem. I love high risers, by the way. That's one of my favorite inserts.
This is an easy one to suggest, right?
I think so. I definitely think so. Given that the PSA 10 of Scoring Kings is $10K now, so.
How come these are so much cheaper than the other Golden Touch?
Great question, because the other Golden Touch, they almost all have surface issues, and I think that one looks just as good, the one that you've got pulled up.
Interesting. Yeah, Scoring Kings PSA 8.5 is cool. Yeah, just go to Card Ladder and type Michael Jordan, filter by price, and start looking.
Yep.
I mean, you've said it before to me, and I hadn't really thought about it until you said it, but Card Ladder is really like a sweet digital online card store where you can just browse all the cards and figure out what you want to buy. And it's not just for investing, man. Like, I know that the card tool hype is mostly around like the investing and which cards to flip and market cap and trends and boring shit like that, but it's also for like searching for what awesome card you want to get in your collection next. And we don't talk about collecting nearly enough on this show, much to my dismay. But I mean, if I was going to pick up a Jordan card and I had $1,000, I'd be going here browsing, looking at stuff, finding similar cards, looking at the graphs to figure out which ones have gone down, like this, like Soul the Game 9.5 and it's gone down. Yeah, I'm a buyer. There's a cool one. Like, dude, people are dropping fucking like $5,000, $20,000 on like people that have played 20 games in the NBA, and you can get a really cool gem mint insert of the GOAT for $1. I don't know.
They're all like low pop too, like FYI.
Yeah.
Super low pop. Yeah.
What do I know, right?
What do we know? We know nothing. We just provide data and let people figure out what they want to do with it.
Look at this thing. It's like an official remake of the 61 set, and the PSA 10. There's only 35 of them. It's less than I mean, you're getting me to want to buy Jordan cards, honestly, just like browsing this and like looking through all this cool stuff. I'm trying not to just like pump Card Ladder, but I just honestly just sit here all the time and just like search for cool. I always thought this was cool. How come no one buys these things? I think these are freaking sick.
That's
Why does
a
no one
sick
buy
card.
these?
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's a sick card, dude. There's lots of sick Jordans out there, dude. Like, not too many, but Jordan collectors don't really get to focus on rookie year stuff. Whereas like players like LeBron, Kobe, modern players have this amazing suite of rookie cards. For Jordan collecting, it's not that same. It's not the same thing. You have to look at some of his great playing year stuff, and Jordan just happened to play in one of the greatest eras of basketball cards, which was the late 90s and the mid 90s. So lots of really cool stuff out there. All of it's low pop, and all of it just seems to do pretty well over time.
And this card is like, if you like Prism and Optic and Select, like this is like the OG. Topps Finest is the OG, but Topps Chrome. Man, there's so much nostalgia for me with Topps Chrome. And this is a refractor. It's shiny. It's got MJ with the sweet kicks from the 97 season. Like, man. I'm about to buy this motherfucker. God, stupid eBay.
That's going to be a problem right there. I bet there's a PSA 9. Yep, I bet there's one of those on eBay. I was just going to say.
Watching. Dude, those are sick.
Buy it right now.
Why
What's
not?
that?
Oh, yeah, but please don't buy it right now.
Show your
I'm like,
to everyone.
I don't own a single MJ 90s insert card, so I'm just an observer, someone who knows a lot about basketball cards. Michael Jordan cards from this era will never be overpriced as much as the rest of the cards and what I see all the modern stuff do. Like, this stuff is just always, to me, dude, look at this thing. PSA 10. What?
Yeah, that's a great value buy for the collector. That card's considered high population among the Jordan inserts, but that's a great value buy for the collector all day right there.
I always am looking into the LeBron PSA 10 Optic stuff, because I've seen like the trends, and I see that like it reached all-time highs and then it's like dipped way, way, way down. But that stuff is still higher pop than that Jordan stuff, and it's a little bit more like, it's not 90s insert. It's it's like the third best set from Panini, hollow, higher pop, and the prices are pretty similar to the Jordan stuff across the board. So it's just like, LeBron, late Panini stuff, Jordan, 90s insert, kind of like, second tier insert type stuff. All that stuff is it's just safe. It's just fun to buy. There's lots of options, lots to research. We talk about that on the show all the time.
Yeah, we do. So there you go, Benor14. I think that's a great starting place for you. Great rabbit hole to go down there. You don't got to limit it to Jordan either. You can do the same thing with Kobe. We have so many sick Kobe's and so many sick LeBrons in there. Like, I would just say go nuts and have fun, and don't, there's plenty of sweet cards out there. So take your time, settle on one you really like and that you like the history of and stuff. All right. We already just touched on this topic, but I just want to acknowledge the question asker. Mr. LAGN said, Jordan 90s inserts, are they still a smart buy? When they have 0 to 300 PSA 10 populations, they seem to all be booming. Yeah, they are doing well. They set all-time highs a couple times a week. Jordan Legacies, which is just like this kind of random tops PSA 10, just did 4,500 yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, they are doing well. I don't know if I don't know if the PSA 10s are like a super duper smart buy. Maybe they are. I just feel like they've gotten really expensive. Drake's PC, changing the topic here. Why are cards with multiple autos generally disliked by the hobby unless the person is a team or a player collector? First of all, I don't know if that premise is true or not. I don't pay too close attention to that market. What do you think about that question?
Yeah, unless it's the big three, paired off or together, it's usually just because one of the guys on the duel just like detracts. Like me as a LeBron collector, I'm not going to buy a dual auto with J.R. Smith. Like I don't want J.R. Smith or Mo Williams or some of these like second level, third tier players to kind of diminish my appreciation of the card and honestly like have them ruin it for me. Other than those big three, even I've seen people that will have like a quad auto of like Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and then it'll have like KG on it or like Carmelo or Dwight Howard, and it just really, really brings down the value because it's like, yeah, this is awesome, but then I have to look at Carmelo Anthony on my card of my 3 favorite players. It's just, it's just kind of the way it is. People just they want their card to be perfect and exactly the way they want it, and when you have someone on a autograph on it that you don't want, just the value down.
All right, makes sense to me. I definitely prefer one player on my cards unless it's a GOAT pairing, like you said.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Hawaii Action Figure Guy says, will we see a surge in popularity among non-sports cards, such as comic cards and pop culture? I think autos from the whole cast of The Office would be amazing.
Like Game of Thrones, Big Bang Theory. I saw some with like Marvel cards. I saw Fortnite cards. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Of course, it's all in play. You just got to kind of remember when you're looking at that stuff, like who has nostalgic ties to this, and would they want to buy cards of these things? You kind of again put yourself in the collector mindset. Would anyone want to collect this? Does it make sense? Is there a market for this? Is there any sort of history for this? Those things all factor into the market sustainability of something.
Very salient point. I would just investigate into the nature of the question. Is that a question? I turn it back to Hawaii Action Figure Guy, going on what Josh said. Are you talking investments, or are you talking collecting? Because I think, yeah, it'd be pretty damn cool to collect some of that stuff, but as Josh said, some of the stuff just doesn't have the history to give me a large level of confidence that there's like going to be this long-term collector base there, but could be wrong about that.
There's no secret to investing. If a lot of people want to buy it, it's going to be worth money. Supply and demand.
That's exactly right. Sometimes I think we overthink stuff. And we could really just go back to that. Is it a popular card? Does it come from a great set? Does it depict the player that people love to collect, or content that people love to collect? And if so, then yeah, there's a pretty reasonable chance there's going to be a good demand for it over time. And then you just look at the demographics of people buying it. Is their purchasing power going up? Is their desire to buy it going up? And so on and so forth.
I kind of want to give my little rant that I gave to my younger brother.
Yeah.
He always sends me screenshots of eBay listings, like, should I buy this? Is this a good investment? Should I get this? And I play the older brother role to a T, and I kind of say like, hey man, if you're interested in this stuff and you really want to learn more about it, you're gonna have to dig in yourself, and you're gonna have to figure this out. There's no magic genie. There's no person in the hobby even. There's nobody that can just answer these questions for you and give you a perfect answer and predict the future. And it's not satisfying yourself to buy something that someone else told you to buy. It's just not fun. I don't know if you've ever just like on a whim bought some investment thing because you got a tip from somebody. They're like, oh, this is the great investment. You buy it and it sits on your shelf and you're just kind of like, eh. But if you really get into it and you have passion for it and you have fun with it, I promise you will enjoy the purchases you make 100 times more. You'll make smarter decisions. You'll make a better investment. You'll get better returns. You'll be more likely to come back and continue to learn and grow. So you guys can ask me that question a million times over, and I just, at this point, I'm like, learn for yourself, have fun, get in the community, learn things, and I will provide you the tools and the guidance as much as I can to point you in the right direction and educate. And that's my soapbox.
Great points, dude. I love it. Love it. Lefko, the card shark himself, says, my strategy, use eBay bucks on those weird collector cards. It makes it feel like a treat.
Oh, that's great.
That's what I was gonna say. That's a great tip. It's a great way to win with house money in a certain sense. And by the way, eBay bucks are expiring in like 24 days. I just blew mine today. So FYI, spend your eBay bucks if you got them. They do expire.
Is Lefko in the chat? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Hey, Adam, I have so much advice for you. Buckle up, friendo, and sit back, and here comes some advice. You ready?
Man, that good old advice.
Yeah, dude. I don't claim to like be the king of advice, and I just sort of like post what I feel at the moment, and I try not to make it preachy and advice like. So I'm definitely guilty of giving advice, but like, man, it feels like everyone's giving advice these days. Like every account that's been around for more than a month is like posting their stories with just the text advice of like, here's what you should do, and like, don't listen to anyone else, and it's like, man, everyone's giving the advice now. I don't know if that's good or bad. What do you think?
I think it is really interesting that dude, like, it is true. Like, people pop up who have been doing the hobby for 2 months or less, and they are dispensing investment advice. Like, wow, how does that work? Explain that to me, please. Like, what, how, who is receiving this advice? But you can get the phenomenon of the blind leading the blind, and maybe somebody's been in for 2 months, but they got people listening to them who have been in it for 2 weeks. So I don't know, but you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything else because I'm tired of giving away insight into ideas about how to make good content. So everybody keep giving out your free advice. Just keep doing it, guys. Please.
The basis to good content is having fun like we do, right, Chris?
Yes, sir. And being authentic. I think that's such an important part, too. If you love cards and you love talking about them, everything else is just going to happen as a matter of course.
Dude, I've got friends that, like, will call me at 11 p.m. at night, and I'm like, what's up, man? They're like, just want to talk about cards. What's going on in your card world? And it's like, man, that's a collector to collector, just, shooting the shit. We have, it's Tuesday at 11 p.m. That's cards to me. It's not necessarily what card are we buying next, and what PSA 10 is undervalued today. It's just like it's the kind of the day-to-day Tuesday night. What's going on in the world, and who's having fun today? What are we talking about?
Totally. And I'll say this on the topic of advice: not all advice is the same in style, substance, or quality. And I like to receive and consume advice. I consume plenty of it. And I like to receive and consume advice from people who speak from experience and who can sort of talk from experience. Those are people that I think provide really well-rounded advice. And it always is a credibility builder to me when people couch their advice in caveats and humility. I just think that goes a long way too. All right. And here's a question looking for some advice, which we are happy to
Last
give.
one.
We are happy.
Last one. 10 o'clock.
Okay, last one. This comes from Jesse J. Pender. If you were buying strictly off of cyclical trends, what sport would have the most deals right now?
Football.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Good. Josh says football. Definitely not basketball right now. That's it. I think that's for sure. And not
baseball is picking up.
Baseball is picking up. I see records being set by Wander Franco, Tatis, Trout, Ernie Banks. Just everybody in baseball is setting records right now. So baseball is climbing, and baseball is interesting. It's interesting to study baseball because it's like the depth of the offseason right now, and their speculative, buying is already ramping up. These guys are preppers. Let me get one last question to squeeze in super duper quick on a related topic. This comes from CPAR55. He says the NHL season starts next week. How do you see this impacting the hockey card market, especially with the Rangers having the top rookie? I know that guy's first name is Alexis, and I know that we're tracking his cards. I don't know that much about him, but I just wanted to give a shout out to hockey cards as well. Mario Lemieux is his rookie is the top performing hockey card on Card Ladder right now, but there are numerous hockey cards in the ladder's top 100, and hockey cards are just freaking booming right now. And yeah, there's nothing else to say. Keep an eye on hockey cards if you're not watching them already. They're doing really, really well.
Man, hockey, if I liked hockey, I'd be all over that shit.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Hockey is a rising tide right now. Everything I've seen in the data suggests it. So, all right, Dude, you ready to take our pause?
Yes, I just wanted to end with a joke. My favorite content that I like to consume is when they yell at me very loudly in a very extended single pattern voice. And when they tell me to buy stuff they already have a fuck ton of. All right. See you guys in the next.
See you guys.
Dude, I like this. No pressure to save the video and name it. I like this.
I hate this.
Sucker.
How did this happen? This was a big conspiracy.
I know, like, oh crap, it's not working. I blocked you so that you couldn't join. And
well, as long as your followers were able to find it, and I think they were, then we'll be all right.
I think it's the same. I think it just says we're going live together, so I don't think it really distinguishes it any differently.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, guys? Hour 2.
What's up?
Let's have a fun hour 2 here.
Can Christina keep an eye on the Lakers box score for me?
Christina, what's the Lakers score right now?
They're up 3 right now. Just keep an eye on it.
Are they playing the Bulls?
They're up 7.
Up 7? Okay.
Dude, they are the epitome of bored right now.
Yeah. Don't get too bored. You know what happened to the Mavericks? 3 of their players are now in COVID protocol for at least 7 days. Josh Richardson, Jalen Brunson, and Dorian Finney-Smith. 2 starters and their key backup point guard are all going to miss at least 4 games. So
Damn.
Don't get too bored, guys. Stay in your hotel rooms.
They're stuck in Denver.
Yeah, they're stuck in Denver for now, yeah. They have to quarantine.
Jess, what are the 3 announcements? Merch, the new design on the free homepage, cardladder.com, and the new episode of SEC was launched tonight. Those are the 3.
Yes, they are. Excellent. Yep.
Wasn't it episode 4?
4.
Yeah, episode 4. Yes.
4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends on how technical we want to get.
90s country music tonight.
Let's go.
Is Garth Brooks 90s country music?
Yes.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
I actually know a lot about 90s country music. But
hey,
please.
Josh, Boulevard of Cards says he's been listening to Young Jeezy all week, dude.
Dude, I have too, man. I listened to the whole Thug Motivation 101 album twice this week.
Woo!
Whenever
Do you
But
want me to tell you every time the score updates?
No, just
no,
tell
no,
me
no.
something important.
But I do appreciate the seriousness with which you took that task.
Would you like a
I
play-by-play?
pulled it up. The Bulls now have 105.
That's a
Officially
great
now
friend. It's a great
Hey,
friend.
2005 Jay-Z tops. Dude, go check out Card Ladder's latest post, bro. You're gonna be happy. Go look at the Card Ladder post that got put to Instagram. Sharon says, "No more music ladder, please."
Yeah, we should talk about cards tonight. Some people try
Yeah,
dropped off.
I guess this show is about sports cards or something. I don't know.
Sometimes.
All right, dude. Would you believe we had 6 questions about grading? Suddenly, grading is a big topic right now. So,
I believe you.
here's a first one from Oz Collector. Do we need BGS and PSA to open up other offices around the world where the demand is strong? Can you imagine if there was only one McDonald's in all of America? Think of how hard it would be to get a burger. I live in Australia, and I would grade more cards if it was affordable and easier. So, should
Totally.
we McDonaldize the grading companies?
We should, man. Like, if we want to grow and take this seriously, we got to do. That's the number one question that I see asked of the grading companies. Like, whenever I see their Instagrams and I'm scrolling through their comments, it's always like, when are you going to get a when are you going to get a location closer to me? Because, we don't think about that because we're in the United States, so it's easy for us. But yeah, I mean, for those people, it is difficult. They have to send the subgroups and wait a really long time and deal with the shipping costs and insurance and all this customs and all that crap. So totally. I mean, dude,
Yeah,
this stuff grows every day and we're scaling. So like none of that stuff's out of the question.
yeah, dude. It's gotta absolutely suck to even try to do anything, sending cards over an ocean. So I would think it would behoove numerous grading companies to set up permanent shop in the various continents around the world.
Yep.
But what about if there was like a PSA in every major city that received cards and graded them and stuff like that? What do you think about that? Is that a good thing?
Like a rep that like collects them and sends them to the official grading, or there's like actual little like satellite offices.
Satellite offices with graders and insurance and the whole nine.
I mean, if that started to happen, you wouldn't be shocked at all, right?
Not at all, not even slightly.
Especially from PSA, like if I was the head of PSA, nah, I'd be thinking about all that stuff. All that stuff's on the table, and I guarantee you there's going to be conversations about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, there will be. The Shea, the great Shea, who was the star of Card Tank, by the way, he said too many locations, too many PSA slabs on the market, prices will go down. I don't know.
You can't slab the rare cards that don't exist, my friend. Think about that.
True. Yeah. The super rare stuff going to get graded in the same quantities probably either way.
Yeah, someone asked that question a couple times, and I think there's good logic behind it. That's like, if PSA is so backed up, doesn't that tell you that like we're going to get flooded with PSA 10 modern, especially Zion Prism stuff? Yeah, you will. There's going to be a shit ton of that stuff coming out.
Yeah, dude, I think that flood has already happened.
It's just like a steady stream of that flood, right? It's not like the ultimate one. Well,
Pop 14,500 and climbing by the day.
dude, that was like 12,000, like not long ago at all. We on the show were talking about it. Super recent. So like it's not like a flood, it's just sort of a really heavy drip.
Dude, yes. Okay, here's another thing. 2019 Prism basketball has been graded 214,000 times. Okay, that's legitimately in the same category as 86 Fleer basketball, as some of those, 60s and 70s baseball sets. Like that is in the highest echelon of cards graded. I don't know if there's any sets that have over 300,000.
Yeah,
So,
I can't like in good conscience tell you to invest in that stuff. It's just there's just so much of it. We don't know how much there actually is because like I said, it keeps coming out. And I really like how you said it, and I wish we would have talked more about it, but like for 2020 Prism, you focused on like the fun that you have acquiring some of the cards, ripping the wax. That needs to be the focus, especially with Prism. Especially with Prism. It needs to be a community fun thing that we all rally around. Like Prism is going to be fun to open because it is the most fun product to open. No one would question that. It's cheaper, not cheap, cheaper. You get more of it than you do with like the National Treasure, right? You get like more than 4 cards. You can open it. It's fun to open. It's fun to look at. And I think we need to go back to treating Prism that way somehow. It's obviously like we're a little bit far removed from that, and it's all investing right now. But man, it would be great if we could return to Prism being the fun product to open.
Yeah, well, here's hoping. Here's hoping maybe this year will be the year. Rodman asked, "What's the pop on 86 Flair?" It's 266,000. So, and that stuff's had 34 years to get graded. So, man, those Prism pops are looking mighty high right now. The one saving grace to all of this and the protection device that was built in through many years of trial and error is the rare parallel and the iconic parallel. So,
which one?
I mean, pink pulsar out of 42.
Orange?
Orange, yeah. Orange out of 49. Yeah, the Jordan sticker is low pop.
Fun. Man, there's so many people who are just like, please be right and like, please Prism prices go down because I just want to open it. I remember I used to open Prism for like $100 a box, $150. And now what are they, like $1,000 for a hobby box? I don't even know. You guys tell me. A lot, right?
Dude, oh my
Too
god.
much. They're too much.
Here, let's see here. So I just typed in Prism box on Card Ladder. 2018 Prism Football, 1,800.
What?
2015 Prism Football, $239. That's kind of cool. I would open one of those boxes at $239.
Well, is the retail price of a hobby box of 2020 Prism going to seriously be $1,600?
It's probably going to be something crazy. Look at this. I would mess around with this.
It's gonna be probably like $1,000 at least.
Dude, look at what this guy said. This is like, oops. Shit. Wait, can I not pin?
You cannot pin.
Oh, I changed my mind.
Which one is it? How do I pin?
He said when he loads the PSA website on his computer, it burns a hole in his desk.
Dude, it's true.
It's so true.
Okay, so like, all right, so like this, like, so Christina and I we bought 3 more boxes of 2017 status because like those boxes are $200 and they have Jason Tatum rookies and lots of cool rookies in them. Like, dude, this is cool. 2015 Prism Football is like $240. 2020 Prism Football first off the line is $1,600. 2013 Prism Football is $314. WNBA, nobody really care. 2020 Prism Football is $1,100. 2018 Prism Basketball retail $3,200 for retail.
I have a question. 2018
Prism first off the line is $8K. Yes.
Question. I had 12 boxes of that. Are singles prices high because wax is high, or is wax high because like who's driving this?
Chicken or the egg? I have no idea. Christina, who's winning at 116 and 115?
The Lakers.
Okay.
Who has the ball?
Who has the ball?
I don't know how to tell that.
Put on the NBA app.
Whatever. Someone tell me the final score. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Mr. September says wax is high because of the singles. Rip says wax follows singles.
Okay.
I think so as well, but I think they both drive each other too.
The Bulls won?
I don't know because he told me to log into the fucking app and I don't know his fucking password.
Bulls have the ball. Bulls have the ball down 1 with 12 seconds. God damn it.
Oh shit! Zach LaVine went off. He had 38 points.
Yeah, Anthony Davis didn't play again. Did you see Kyrie? Can you react to that?
Well, I believe Kyrie said that he didn't play because he didn't feel like it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Dude, that's not chill.
No, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
It's ridiculous, man. I've said so many times that I can't stand Kyrie, but like, dude, he's just like really pushing it here. Like, what the fuck? I know that he was upset about like the rally and stuff, but come on, man, you have a job to do.
Yeah, I would understand it more if it was a political statement or something. But if it was just, hey, I don't feel like playing today. What?
Dude, he's just a weirdo. He's just weird.
Yeah, and it didn't take long for that to happen.
And I bet you Kevin Durant was like, yeah, I support my brother. Like, this is what he wants to do. And just like, good luck, Steve Nash. Good luck. He didn't even tell him, Steve Nash. He didn't even tell him. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I felt for Steve Nash before that the season even began. That how are you gonna deal with that?
Okay, so Wax is following singles. So we're saying that like the overall card market, the secondary market is driving people to want to go get Wax to pull these expensive singles.
Yeah, I think it has to be that. Yeah, but Wax sets the tempo like out the gate, though.
I don't know. So like, yeah, it's the reason I ask is like, as collectors, we can be like, lower the prices, but like, the prices are dictated by what people are expecting to get out of it value-wise, right? So if the singles are really expensive and that's just what people are willing to pay, then like the Wax being expensive is what it is.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, it's going to be really hard to have one without the other. If you want to have cheaper Wax prices, you're going to have cheaper cards too. I think that is very true. And some people are investing in Wax and taking it off of the market, so the supply is being dried up as well.
Yes.
Okay.
The game's over.
Who won?
The Lakers by 1.
Nice.
Well, there's 0 time on the clock, but it didn't say final yet. So
A win is a win is a win is a win.
Yeah, it is. A win is definitely a win.
Can we talk about Trae Young?
Yeah. Who? Is he still in the league?
Well, I kind of want to talk about the whole like John Collins thing. Do you have the quote or do you have the big up?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find this little tidbit of news. The Athletic Hawks film session puts spotlight on Trae Young early growing pains. Oh crap! I'm not subscribed to those guys. Bleacher Report. Let's go with our favorite Bleacher Report. Atlanta Hawks forward John Collins reportedly voiced his issues with the manner in which the team's offense runs through guard Trae Young during a meeting on Tuesday. According to The Athletic, the meeting took place one day after the Hawks blew 15-point leads and lost back-to-back games to the Cavs and the Knicks. During the meeting, Collins reportedly said that the Hawks need to get into offensive sets more quickly and to limit all those early shot clock attempts to leave the teammates on the outside looking in. Collins also said he wanted to be more involved in an offense with more ball movement and flow than the one that Trae Young currently dominates. So, yes.
Like 1 week ago, I was having to read how they're championship contenders, and there's real buzz around the NBA that the Hawks are a serious contender, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously like not as bad as that report, and it's not as good as their championship contenders. It's somewhere in the middle of like, they're a good team. Trey is an exciting young player. Do we have to try to make it more than that?
That's so true. Flippity Flip Card says Josh is now buying Trey.
Dude, honestly, you guys tempt me. If you guys bring his prices down to normal human levels, like I'll be tempted to buy some.
Dude.
I started buying Michael Porter Jr. You guys did that to me. He didn't do anything differently. His prices, he'd lost, and they went down. So, like, now it's time to buy.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And in the early goings, we all as basketball fans know to resist making any grand pronouncements based on a few weeks of basketball, whether it's to crown a team as a contender or to dismiss a team who is having a bad run. It's just too small of a sample size, and I don't know. I think most people know that when they turn their rational brains on, but
I like to see things, happen 100 times before I take it seriously, And now I've seen Giannis win 2 MVPs. I've seen Curry win 3 championships and win 2 back-to-back MVPs. I've seen LeBron go to 10 finals. I'm not sure you can – I won't go too much further than this because nobody wants to hear me brag about LeBron for the next hour, but like 10 finals in the modern NBA. And, I'm struggling to think of more guys, but like Kawhi, I've seen a lot. Like other than that, I don't really trust anyone to, get to the finals or make a serious run at the deep into the playoffs. Other than those guys, I just haven't seen it. You just get like, you're just like asking me to hope and pray that it happens. This is what any like financial advisor would tell you as well. If you're going to invest in stocks, make sure you invest in stocks that you have seen be successful in the past many, many times, and they have a track record of being successful, because it's all about risk. And if you're talking about spending 20 grand on an orange prism of someone who's never made it to the playoffs, like you're just asking for trouble.
What?
Christina's like, why you gotta talk orange?
Well, every single time he brings up the fucking orange prism.
You and your stupid orange prism.
Me and my hate for the orange prism, though.
Okay, and then also,
Exactly.
Dude, as basketball fans and card collectors, there is nothing more fun and exciting than collecting a player that you really like who is also good and wins games. And we have the freedom of choice to pick players to collect who win games. So if I was to take a nugget from what Josh said, Kawhi, Curry, LeBron, these guys are going to win games. And they always have a chance. They're always going to be in it. Giannis, obviously, as well. KD, etc. So as a person who just like has the great enjoyment of, I collect players and I get to watch them play and I get so excited. My life is 20 to 25% better just because the NBA is back on TV. So like, I don't think there's much else to say. You don't want to be in that position though, where you've just like prospected. I hope to never be in a position where I'm just like, I loaded up on, oh God, who do I want to throw under the bus? Bol Bol. I loaded up on Bol Bol, and now he's not getting any minutes. And, I'm like, crap, this isn't fun. If we're not having fun, what are we doing? We want to have fun.
Dude, totally. And I just would like to start every sentence I ever say on the show with, like, if you're a collector and you like these cards, disregard everything I say negative about anything I ever say, right? Like, if Trae Young is your favorite player in the NBA, collect his cards. Have at it. Go nuts. I can't wait to see what you build. Tell me about it. Send me pictures. I just, like, everything I see about a lot of these guys is all investing crap and all, like, Prism stupid shit. And I'm like, who's collecting? Like, dude, Lamine James collects Trae Young. I know for a fact it's a pure collector standpoint, and I love it. And I love what he's built. And I like the way he thinks about which cards to go after. And, his approach to it is very different. And he has, like, a very grounded, humble, sarcastic viewpoint of it. So because of that, he's going after, like, what he genuinely actually wants. This is way different than fucking the Hawks are going to win the championship. I told you guys, oh, you had one good week, and his prices are going to go to the moon. Like, that stuff just makes me vomit, dude.
Yeah, dude, it does. It's very very annoying. I've seen so many sports card accounts posting about Bitcoin this week as well. You know, same thing, going to the moon, 40K. Dude, I'm happy for you guys who made a ton of money on Bitcoin. I am, but like, man, I'm not trying to come on my sports card Instagram to read about Bitcoin going parabolic, and then, you know, a week later I'm going to be like, man, what happened to that Bitcoin? And, you know, nobody's talking about it anymore. And I don't know, dude. That's just not why I'm on my sports card Instagram, you know? No disrespect to any of our great Bitcoin investors out there.
And the thing about Bitcoin that drives me nuts, and maybe I'm just not that smart, but like, can anyone actually tell me why they're buying Bitcoin, or are they just doing it because they read it's going up? Seriously, everybody buys Bitcoin because they heard you're supposed to buy Bitcoin. Is anyone like understanding the actual financial implications of it and understanding like what it has to actually do in order to become valuable? It has to like take over the actual fiat, the actual currency in America. That's like the goal of it, and that's like you're hedging against the American economy. But you know, have fun posting your graphs of you doubling your money in a week and then not knowing anything about it.
All right, moving on. We have more questions.
You're not gonna dig that grave with me. You're just gonna.
No, I already put a foot in the grave. You put one in there, and we're just sharing it together. Neither one fully in.
I feel like you just like put a shovel on top of me. That's all right.
Well, I'll tell you my Bitcoin story. So back in 2017, when
the guy that bought the pizza,
when I was coming up on when I was coming up on I was coming up on 18K. When Bitcoin was coming up on 18K, and like I saw a bunch of people on Facebook that I went to high school with were posting about Bitcoin and everything, and so me being a special brand of stupid, I decided to buy some myself, and I was like, what a cool gift. What if I gave my brother Nick $100 in a Bitcoin wallet for Christmas, and then, you know, he can put Coinbase on his phone, and then it'll keep going up, and he'll have, you know, $500, and it'll be amazing. Well, unfortunately, about a month or two after I bought him that Bitcoin wallet, Bitcoin lost half of its value. And he like texted me, I think even, he was like, what, didn't you give me $100? And I was like, ah, crap, dude, sorry, that Bitcoin tanked. And then it went down even lower. I think it got to like 20 or $30. And he was like, dude, I'm just going to cash this out. And just like, yeah, go for it, dude. I'm dumb. So that's my, you know, experience with Bitcoin is that, if a guy like me is buying it, it's way too late. Way too late. But what do I know? Maybe it's going to go to 10 bazillion Bitcoins. I don't know.
Every time I talk critically about Bitcoin, people just yell at me and say, I don't understand it. And you're right, I don't understand it. But that's my point. None of you guys do. You're just fucking... the price of it is baked into the like lack of knowledge from everybody. That's the same with a lot of this other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some of the arguments for it are rooted in this paleo-libertarian philosophy that would not be very in vogue if it was tied to anything except for Bitcoin. So you have these like, oh, the Federal Reserve is printing too much money, which nobody would disagree with. But then you have this idea of like, well, you know, Bitcoin is a limited amount. And so therefore, you know, it will be a hedge against inflation. And so these are some of the basic initial theories behind it. And then also Bitcoin was originally very popular because it was used to do like deals that you didn't want the bank tracking. But now it's, you know, like a mainstream thing. I don't know. There's a lot of theories behind it.
Yeah, I know the blockchain is like the basis of it, and that's like the actual value in it. But again, like the average person buying it doesn't understand. Dude, Rodman's dropping the heat tonight. He's saying Jordan is USD and Luca's Bitcoin. He says Bitcoin is like explaining hobby to non-collectors. That's right. That's right. Ethereum creator was 19. Wow.
Dude, the chat is on fire with this Bitcoin talk.
I don't want to talk about it much more because I'm like what you just said is about I'm done. My knowledge is done. I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah, but when has that ever stopped anybody in the hobby from just going on and on?
Yo, I've been collecting Mahomes cards for 2 weeks, and I can tell you exactly what you need to be buying. Prism, PSA 10s.
Is the Prism PSA 9 undervalued?
Oh, shit. We got something brewing. We got a topic. I don't know, man. I think the ratio used to be 3-1. Now it's 4-1. The 9 is definitely undervalued.
The 9, baby. Those ratios, dude, they're the key.
I'm
Yeah.
all about the ratios.
Right. Yes. Yes. Bro- Robin says he used to mine Bitcoin, but when his electricity bill came in the next month, he stopped.
I used to too. Because I know how to like build computers, and I'm in like the tech world, so I at least know a little bit about how to mine it. And I had built a computer, and then like it almost like started a fire in my garage, and I was like, I'm fucking dumb. This is dumb. This doesn't even make any sense. What am I doing? I'm building a computer to mine something, and I don't even know what it is. And
Yeah, well, sounds like we've all been there to some extent. Catching Heaters says Super Bowl picks. That's fun. Who are your
there we
Super
go. You know what? I'm gonna have fun with the Super Bowl picks. I'm gonna say Ravens. Hold for dramatic effect. Okay, and let's see on the NFC. I'll say Packers. What do you got?
Okay, so I'm not going to duplicate either of those, even though when I am making my fantasy NFL.com fantasy lineup, I'm going to go mostly Packers. But I will say something else. I will say that the Bucks, the Tampa Bay Bucks, who stomped the Packers this year by like
Yep.
30 points.
Yep.
If they can get a path, because they know how to put pressure on Rodgers, and if they can get a path that involves maybe going through the Packers, because guess what? Tampa can play in that cold weather, baby. If they get a path going through the Packers, all right, I'm going with the Bucks coming out of the NFC, and then coming out of the AFC, I will go with the Chiefs. They are the team to beat. I know everybody wants it to be the Bills as the team to beat or whatever, but dude, come on, baby. It's Mahomes. He's going. And who wouldn't want to see a Mahomes Tom Brady rematch, except instead of in the title game, let's have it in the Super Bowl.
I'm really rooting for Lamar Jackson because I don't know why he's getting so much hate from the media after like a couple bad games, and they've fully recovered. They're like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. They have a ton of talent. They're very deep. Plus, I think you said like plus 10.5 scoring difference. They're a good team. I'm rooting for them as like a decent human being.
Dude, yeah. And, why do we – look, their quarterback and offensive stud is aging, gaining experience, getting better, getting more comfortable. Like, players get better, especially when they're young. Like, why wouldn't he be better this year? Why wouldn't they, have a real chance to make some noise in the NFC playoffs? I could totally see it happening.
And, dude, like, can't believe I'm saying this, but, like, Mahomes is, like, already getting into that territory of, like, we've seen you win. Like, like, you're Brady at this point. Like, we want someone else to win. Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah, and it's and we find ourselves in that position where we're watching greatness and we might not appreciate it while it's happening. What were the Chiefs this year? 15-1?
14-2. They lost the last game.
Yeah, because they just mailed it in on the last game. I mean,
whatever. Doesn't even count.
Will the Chiefs ever be an underdog in a football game ever? No, not with this current lineup and coaching staff and Mahomes at the helm.
Dude, they're just like they're a juggernaut, man. I mean, if I had to actually bet my money on this, I would not be picking the Ravens. That's my heart pick. My mind pick is like, bro, Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. They're too fucking good, dude. KMC. If you watch SEC, I think I'm not the only one, but I picked the Colts to beat Buffalo. I just feel like that's the one upset there's always an upset on the first day, and that's going to be the one tomorrow.
Yeah. No, Christina picked
Yeah.
the Colts as well, and Nick and I picked the Bills. Robin wants to know what happens to his prices if Mahomes does not win.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, everybody just gets even more excited for next year. Nick has a bunch of Tua cards. He hit a Tua hot box in Mosaic. He got autos, bunch of silvers. He was like, dude, I really hope the Dolphins do not make the playoffs, and I hope Fitzpatrick keeps starting. He's like, because then it leaves up to the imagination going into next season what the Dolphins and Tua can do.
Nick just
he wants to sell all of his Tua going into next season.
Nick just figured out sports cards.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, should I be writing this down? This is good stuff.
He's like the Trae Young of football. It's like, don't play. Your prices will go up.
Oh, hold on. Let me just do this.
Dude, you gotta pump it up. There you go.
Woo!
Is that a goal?
No, God, no.
The orange, isn't it? It's a fucking orange.
It's the orange. It's the orange reactive pepperoni.
Peppermint flavor card. Oh gosh.
Like smell. Well, no, because I like the smell of wax. Because I was like, you don't want lick wax, but you could smell it. So if it was like peppermint smell, bubblegum smell, but you like the print smell. Never mind.
Yeah.
Christina thought she had an idea,
I'm
but
just over here adding cards, and I was like, I have an idea. No, I don't.
okay. All right.
Welcome to Chris's life.
Yeah, no kidding.
My favorite is like, we'll be on a call, you and me, and then you'll be like, can you stop? Can you stop doing that? And then Christina will be like, oh, my bad. And you're like, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. But that's actually very annoying. Okay. All right.
Well, dude, the other day she was just like unwrapping this giant bag of nuts.
No, it was Raisinets, okay?
Raisinets. Freaking Raisinets.
I was laughing. I was just like trying not to laugh. But I was like, can you stop?
And we had just gotten on the call. I'm like, come on, like there's no excuse for this.
Just like, you guys have been together too long. That's how it goes. I know that coming.
Okay. We have questions on grading. We went a bit astray of that topic.
Okay.
While Josh goes, I will talk about a grading question. Kate, this is from Kate Dizzle's Cards. Has your approach changed for $5 to $10 cards now that 45-day subs are taking close to a year? Well, Kate Dizzle, let me see if I can answer this question for you with a bit of visual evidence.
Oh God, I'm about to barf.
So here's a few pretty much $45 to $50 range cards. Here's a bunch more. Is that a Terrence Mann Prism base rookie? Yes, it is. And then we go over here, and there's probably 800 card. Here's an example. Jackson Hayes, green mosaic. I am both destroying the sports card market and the environment in one fell swoop. And we have the second box going here. What do we have here? Cam Reddish, Chronicles, stuff like that. So to answer the question, I actually love the fact that it takes so long to grade this stuff, because hopefully it's discouraging others. I just send all my piles of crap in, and then they come back and I sell them for $50 to $100.
You read this shit, bro. I do. I swear to God, if I ever trek out over there when this virus is over, which I will, I'm coming over to you guys' place. I'm gonna walk around and just shake my head for like 10 minutes straight. Like, what the fuck? I'll be calling hoarders myself. Fucking,
Hey, somebody thought this was a joke. Did you say kid reporters? We got a few of those around here. Kid reporters, yeah.
Those are.
We
We put them on top of the cards so that they don't get dusty
We-
while Chris waits to go through them all.
what
Look
the
at
hell
that.
is that? What is that?
These are. I should grade these.
You should apply and use Sammy as your kid to get in.
No kid should be subjected to that. Okay, so what are kid reporters? Are you get one of these in certain packs? Like, it's just a stupid thing. That what does it even do here? I've never took the time to read it. You and your child could win 2 tickets to Super Bowl LV. I'm not sure what number that is. And your child could be the next Panini Super Bowl kid reporter at Super Bowl LV opening night. So
Yep.
That's what it is.
You know why you have all that stuff? I'll tell you why. Because you're an entrepreneur and you grind and you just love the process and you just love every second of it, bro.
Dude, I'm just hustling over here, man. Everyone's hating in the chat.
I feel like we're about to get into Rick Ross every day. Honestly, what are you gonna do with all that garbage? You gonna grade all that stuff?
Dude, I am gonna grade it. I'm gonna grade it, and I don't know. There's better cards in there. You know, there's some not so great cards in there. You know, it's not all crap. Like, this is a fun card that I look forward to grading.
There you go.
Cool LeBron insert. This is a Josh Allen. It's not a rookie card, but it's out of 5. Or I'm sorry, out of 10. And it's just a cool looking card. So I don't know. I like to grade this stuff, get it as a PSA 10, put it on eBay for $50 or $100, and I don't know, sell it.
It's funny that like people that would like see that stuff, they're like, man, Chris is just the regular old panini flipping hustling dude, and you're like, nah, I mean I am, but like I got like a Luke RPA, like a Jordan red PMG, and that's cool though.
Yeah, you have to understand too that like this is the way that me and Christina compromise, because Christina wants to rip all the wax, and I'm the stubborn SOB who's like, we're gonna get every penny back. So we're gonna grade it all and sell it, and we're gonna break even.
That's hilarious. Well, I mean, if you're not a collector, then I don't know what to call you.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
There's a actually let me put it this way. There's many ways to be categorized as a collector.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
There's the extremes of me owning 12 cards and you grading your Jackson Hayes green mosaic prisms.
Oh, it's true. It's true. Okay. On the topic of grading, I see Frankie 3500 in the chat. Absolute legend, GOAT. 2 questions, and the only reason I even have a frame of reference to answer these questions is because of Frankie. The first one comes from Beetlehead Sports Cards. He says, what is the impact of CSG coming into grading and your thoughts on the acceptance of their cards? And then DMV Collectibles says, what is your opinion about the new CSG slabs? So maybe take a crack at that, and I'm going to pull up their website.
Take a crack at that. Nice. Were they the ones with the? Yeah. Okay, so they're the ones that talked about automated grading, AI grading, robot grading, whatever you want to call it. I think they had made a post about that. I mean, if they're the first ones to get into that space, that's definitely going to be a game changer for them, and potentially could make a market for them. I think the slabs are a little goofy looking, but you know, I don't think they're terrible. I think they're kind of cool. I don't think they're terrible. It's going to be really hard to get into the grading space and try to break up the PSA BGS monopoly, just because of like the simple fact of the pop reports being so established that like collectors like myself, we take those pop reports as gospel, and like for you to come in and say like, oh, I've got a pop one Zion Prism Silver CSG, it's like, no, well, I mean that doesn't really mean anything, right? It's just like it's a really long road to be able to break into the grading space. You know what I mean? Like it's just you just got to go through a lot.
Yeah, I think that's super important to think about here. To your point, it does say on their website here, our graders' expertise is backed by advanced authentication and grading tech. For example, AI automates many of the time-consuming aspects of grading, such as attributing a card and measuring its centering. I don't know what attributing a card means, but I understand measuring its centering. Meanwhile, the forensic devices using UV light and infrared light reveal alterations and hidden details. So they're definitely trying to use tech, which is cool.
I hate to say this, but like because there's so much volume of PSA and BGS already out in the market, and there's so much momentum and weight behind it, even if the CSG stuff had like the best grading tech of all time, people wouldn't care. They're just like, I still would rather have a PSA 10. Like it's less about like how they get the grade and more about just like, you know what I mean? It's as cynical as that sounds, it's just kind of the reality.
Okay, it's sports appraisal sets me straight. Attributing card means identifying it. So they're talking about using tech to identify cards. But I think you're exactly right, dude. This market was set up and established a long time ago. And the big players, there's so much riding on their brand name. But is back to collecting says, could they be a disruptor and then maybe get purchased by one of the largers like BGS or PSA? I don't know. It's a thought.
It just sucks because like I'm in the tech game, and I appreciate innovation more than anyone. I understand how hard it is to like innovate and create something groundbreaking and break into a space and make something amazing, make an amazing product. So like I totally appreciate that side of it. The reality though is that the pop reports are extremely important to this game, and you can't just like make your pop reports higher than they are. So it's just tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I were PSA, I'd be looking to, like you just said, like back to collecting said, if I were PSA, I'd be looking to buy that tech from them.
Yeah. They're not coming in blind. Like Yamwax says, they're highly regarded for comics and coins.
Sure.
Frank 3500 says they're a bigger company than PSA. Okay. So, all right. That's cool. Good to know.
Yeah, but we're talking about, so they're big in comics, is that correct?
Yeah, comics and coins.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's just a different market, obviously. I mean, I'd never even heard of them until recently.
Yeah, and yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Shay, I know what you're saying, but like the issue is that like you're never going to be able to say, oh, CSG 9.5 is equivalent to P. It's just too much explaining. You're having to like explain to a market how things relatively compare to each other and how a 9.5 is equal to a PSA 9, which is it's just too complicated. That's why the PSA 10 is doing so well. It's just it's not complicated. PSA 10, just Gary Vee says go buy PSA 10s. All these accounts say go buy PSA 10s. It's just easier for people to understand. They don't have to learn about subs. They don't have to learn about different grading companies. Very simple. Go buy PSA 10s. And that's what people are doing. So that's why the prices are higher.
Well said. Yamwex says they're doing pretty well in Pokemon. They just entered this year. See, I like that. If a grading company came in and said, we are going to not be generalists, we will be specialists who will take one category of cards, that makes sense. That starts to make more sense to me.
Turnaround is fast, cost is low. All of this stuff is good, man. Like, I applaud their efforts, and I still want PSA. It's just Beckett is LeBron and MJ is PSA. Get the fuck out of here, Rodman. Can you boot people?
This dude said, Akun said CSG is Trey.
This dude needs to get booted. How many drinks have you had, Rodman?
Dude, Rodman's probably smoking the fattest cigar you've ever seen right now, and has a half full cup of bourbon.
Let me say this about Rodman though. he is the most loyal and like best companion at National you'll ever find. He's just like he's all like his only focus at National is like I'm here to have fun. If anyone fucks with my fun, like I'm gonna go find some other fun. So if you're just looking to have fun at National, just hang out with Rodman.
Yeah, Rodman's the man.
He'll have a beer in his hand. I'm like, where'd you get that? He's like, oh, there's a beer. Like he just like knows where the beer's at. He's just man. Look at him, multiple drinks. Look at this guy.
Rodman, multiple drinks, PC. Yeah, Rodman's awesome. All right.
He's DTF. Nice. Jersey Shore, what's up? You know what DTF is?
I do. He's down to Frolic at
There you
National.
go.
Yeah.
Hell of a roommate, that's right. Did that happen?
Is that true? Is that a true story?
Maybe. Hagerdorn, me and Rodman. It might be true. It might be true.
Okay, look, a few more questions on grading.
God.
Card Shop says, what's the bigger problem now and in the future? Fake cards or fake slabs? And Mr. LAGN has a similar topic. BGS is not taking their fake slab seriously, admits slab is fake, and does not elaborate. And so, this topic is making its rounds on social media, so let's just touch on it. And people, please understand that we are now 2 hours into a live stream, so take everything, coming from brains that have been doing things for 2 hours.
Especially, you better go first because I'm 4 minutes deep.
Okay, so let me set it up this way. It's a huge problem that slabs are being faked, and we should do everything we can to be vigilant about it. By the same token, we should not be fear mongers, and we should treat it with the appropriate level of alarm that the evidence merits. I think BGS is resistant to attempts to force their hand, and I don't see them, to my knowledge, having done anything to proactively change their approach. They seem to be of the belief that the fake slabs are sufficiently easily distinguished from the authentic ones that doesn't pose an issue
For now.
company. Right. For now. So, I would love to see BGS do something that indicates, and, it would be a boon for their business as well if they were able to say, hey, we have invented X, Y, and Z technology, and there are ways to do this that allows their slabs to be authenticated. And hey, here we go. We're rolling out the new slab, and we will rehold our cards at X dollars, and you'll see people go get them reholdered. BGS will do a crap load of business. And if I'm not mistaken, PSA did this exact thing not too many years ago. So I think there's a pretty easy solution. Obviously, fake slabs are an issue. It's hilarious that fake slabs rather than fake cards is the issue, going back to Card Shop's thing. The slab is more valuable than the card. That is true. You can just look at the pile of crap I just showed. That stuff is way more valuable in the slab. Fake slabs are a bigger issue right now. But all right, now I've said my piece. You say yours.
It's a huge issue, man. I think the next step, and Card Porn has done a great job of putting in the research and trying to get the facts for everybody and educating. Those are all important. The next step is like us as a community trying to find the source of this shit. Like, where's this coming from? It's clearly coming from I don't want to say a singular point, but like it's not a mass distributed thing that's creating all this fake crap. It's coming from a few small sources because they're pretty consistent with what's happening. So like we need to figure out where it's coming from. And I don't think that's going to be too difficult given that like we'll see auctions of it. How are those people getting it? We can trace it back. We got to figure out where it's coming from, figure out the issue at the source and stop it. And yeah, obviously BGS has got to do something. Is it from China, Shay? Have we figured out a source? card porn is on BGS like stink on a monkey. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have card porn as like the central data storage of this, of like gathering up data and figuring out where it's coming from and trying to find the source and trying to get more information as best we can to figure this shit out. Because, I mean, we got through the fake 90s card thing-ish. Like, we're not like through it, obviously, but we've definitely, I feel like there's been less of it. And we've kind of cornered it a little bit and figured out what's going on. So I have no doubt we'll do the same thing here.
Yeah, and kudos to the community on that, and then secondarily, kudos to the grading companies for accepting the information, modifying their standards, and making sure that they do their best work when it comes to ascertaining whether cards are counterfeits. Something interesting happened the other day. I saw it the other day, and I should correct this because I've talked about the PSA. The PSA guarantee. Well, PSA changed the language in their guarantee. To be more precise, they added language to their guarantee. Since I've talked about this before, I should probably update people on this. New paragraph to my knowledge here. So first of all, what is the guarantee? PSA guarantees that all cards submitted to it shall be graded in accordance with PSA grading standards. If PSA concludes that the card in question no longer merits the grade or fails PSA authenticity standards, PSA will buy the card back from the submitter. Remember that word. They will buy back from the submitter at the current market value if the card can no longer receive a numerical grade, or they will refund the difference between the PSA grade and the current grade if the grade is lowered. Okay, so that's a great guarantee, right? Like, we're going to refund you if we graded a counterfeit card and they said, the submitter. Okay, we have a new paragraph here. And let's go all the way down here. Hold on, stay with me. Explain this to me, Josh. Explain this to me. Certain exceptions to the guarantee apply. Okay. The guarantee does not apply and cannot be utilized by the original submitter. What? Buy the card from the submitter. The guarantee cannot be utilized by the submitter. So, not good, my friend. Unless I'm misreading.
Pretend like I'm an idiot and break it down for me.
Okay, what is this saying? This is telling us that the submitter is not eligible to receive the guarantee. So if I'm the one who sends in a PMG red to get graded, the guarantee is not applicable to me according to that exception.
Only as a secondary purchaser?
Right.
Dude.
How are they going to buy it from the submitter?
Well, yeah, so in other words, this language, it needs to be reviewed because, like Christina points out, on the one hand, they say they will buy the card back from the submitter if it's determined to be counterfeit, but then they now have exceptions, and the exception says submitters don't qualify for this policy.
So I'm going to sell my card that's fake to someone else, and then he's going to go get it and then give me that money.
Right. Yeah. So Sports Appraisals, who is, a very key player in the hobby and is has a role with PSA, says he will ask them to clarify. That would be terrific.
Wow. All right. Also, your monitor is huge. Your finger looked really small in relation. Am I crazy?
Dude, this monitor is just giant. Giant steps.
I hate that, like, I'm the annoying prick that's, like, pointing out something totally unrelated to what you were saying.
No, dude. The monitor is giant status.
Just like you zoomed out, and like your little tiny finger was like, oh, look at this line right here.
Well, the alternative would be I have the smallest hands in the world. So
freaking Kwame Brown over here.
Nope, just a huge monitor. Because it makes having multi windows open and stuff makes it a little nicer.
Chris's lawyer skills come in great handy when you're running a small business. So I'll leave it at that.
It does help to know a thing or two. It does help to know a thing or two. The John.
Wait, yeah, he says, hurt in a wreck or, lost your grading submission? Call Springfield.
Did you submit a counterfeit card to PSA and they still graded it? And now you want the market value of it? Call 1-800 shill bid.
I feel like Cardport needs to set up a hotline for fake BGS slabs.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I've been told we have 1:55 remaining. Look, my stupid account does not have the same privileges.
What do you want to do another hour? Or what do you want to do?
Nah, let's call it. Let's call it because I need to catch up on some work here tonight.
All right, I'm down. So it's been fun.
It's been fun. We still have 1.5 minutes as the countdown ominously ticks here.
I can only name so many rappers, dude.
I don't know. I think you got a few more in you.
Bun B.
Yeah, UGK. Yes, sir. Bun B is awesome. Oh, AD predictions. What does that mean? Oh, the 1-1. The 1-1.
7 million.
7. I'll go 2 million for the number of championships you will have after this year.
Did you get your new scanner? Have you started scanning? Because you're.
You don't have room to put it up.
The new scanner's right here.
Set it up, bro. What the fuck?
Where?
God damn it.
No, I will. I need to set it up. I just don't have any cards to share right now anyway, so.
Can I be your life coach?
Yes, please.
Yes, but then you're taking on Christina too there, so I just hazard.
Every time I open up a wrapper or a bag, you're gonna be like, stop. Other than that.
I would appreciate that. Okay, 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and sign off now. Thank you guys. 2 great hours.
You all.
See you guys next week. Go watch the new SEC. It's very good.
Yes, go Ravens.
Go Ravens.
The future is here. An innovation that will change the way the industry works. A Hot 100 chart, updated daily. The most accurate price guide on the market. Every card has its own profile with a wealth of information. Know the precise, real-time value of any card in the system. On demand. You now have the power to unlock the secrets of the hobby.